What's going on, guys? Neil here. This is it. This is the most requested video, I think, of all time, whether it was the original channel or this new one that I've kind of, transitioned to. I don't think anything has been requested more than this. And sometimes I say that a lot on certain jerseys or leagues or whatever, depending on what I'm ranking, but this is it. This is the be-all, end-all video that just constantly, every single day on random videos on this channel, it gets requested. I'm going to do it. I'm going to rank the NHL goal horns, and just like straight up, I'm not into goal horns. I know that there's this whole like subculture within hockey of people who are just obsessed with goal horns. I'm not that person. I respect it. I think it's cool. Some of the horns are pretty neat, but just in general, I could kind of care less in a way about goal horns. However, it is hockey related, and it is interesting. It's not serious hockey talk. It's just kind of the kind of a fluff conversation. So I like to have those every now and then, just to have some fun. So let's get into it. Now, these were done by a video I found online. Sorry, I just want to get the name right. It was Elite Goal Horns. I will link that video down below in the description so you can watch the entire thing if you want. I had to cut out whenever the music started to play for these horns, I had to cut it out because of copyright. So it's just going to be horns. That means some of them are going to be, 4 to 8 seconds. Some of them are only going to be like 2 seconds. It just depends on when the music starts. So I've done all 31. Obviously, as I'm filming this, Seattle does not have a goal horn released yet. So when that does happen, I might have to redo this video. But for now, there's 31. So like I said, I'm not really big into this. So don't take my rankings too seriously. It's just for fun. But let's get into it. Gotta put the cans on. All right. So in 31st position, I have put one that I think a lot of other people will probably have in the same position, and it's for a very specific reason. Let's take a listen. So there's two elements here. There's the actual goal horn, and then there's that damn siren. So the siren loses me. I'm out. If I want to hear a goal horn, I want to hear a horn. I don't want to hear an ambulance coming down the road or a fire truck or whatever. No siren for me. It's exciting. Like when they score, it does sound cool within the arena. I get it. Like I agree, but just by itself, not feeling it. In 30th position, let's take a listen. This is a long one. Okay, so that was the Montreal Canadiens. Did I say the first one? The first one was the Washington Capitals, obviously. The second one we just listened to was Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens are my favorite team. So to rank them basically second last is maybe a bit unfair, but I've heard it so much, and it is literally just a car horn. Like I know these are NHL goal horns, and horn is a key word here, but a car horn, not feeling it. I want something deep. I want something that like harmonizes, and we'll get to some of those. But Montreal goal horn ain't feeling it, and I don't hear it that often anyway because Montreal doesn't score that much. All right, number 29. Like it's not too bad. It's just it's missing something in the middle or something. It's very deep. It's very foghorn, which is fine. But that was Anaheim. Just not really a fan. There we go. That was the next one, 28. That was San Jose, and maybe I won't put the logos up right away when I first play it, and let you guys guess. See if you can guess all 31 as I go through these. But yeah, that was just San Jose is my second favorite team, so I've already ranked my favorite team and my second favorite team in the bottom four, which is not really good, but I'm trying to be objective here. Just a little bit boring, a little bit too deep for me, and that is what she said. Next. Some of these horns you can kind of tell that there's two or maybe even three all happening at once. I don't think there was more than one there. I think there was just one. That was Columbus. It's not bad. Basically, any from this point on up until maybe like fourth, it could. If I rank these again in a week, they'd all be different. So all these ones in the middle, I don't know. Okay, next up. Okay, that was Boston. I do appreciate the stop and then the go again. I like it how it kind of ended and then it kind of came back. But again, more like a foghorn than anything, which I'm not really a fan of. And you'll see a trend here in this video. So there's something very specific there I'm not sure if you can hear. And I don't know if it's just because I know what team it is, but it's the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I feel like you can hear that Tesla coil in the background. I'm not positive, I'm not sure, but that's kind of what it sounds like. It sounds like there's electricity in the background, which is kind of awesome, but it doesn't really sound that great just by itself. All right, next. I would say this one is kind of between foghorn and maybe like train. So it's not too bad, but I prefer full train. I want to hear the train. That was the Toronto Maple Leafs, by the way. A horn I've actually heard in person. Okay, that was Carolina. It was a little trainy, which was great, but it was missing something in the middle. It wasn't as sharp, or it wasn't as tinny or something. I'm not sure. I have no idea what number on. 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Okay, so the Carolina's 23. Let's hear the numbers 22. I've heard that one in person as well. That's Vegas. Now, I'm going to play this one again because if you're an aviation geek, the sound of this horn is extremely similar to a specific plane during takeoff when she's under full throttle. Okay, listen to it one more time. If you've ever been on an Airbus, we'll say 320 or something like that, this is almost identical to what it sounds like. Look it up on YouTube. I swear this is an Airbus A320. I could be wrong, but it sounds so similar. Okay, next up, which is, I think, 21. That's Detroit. It feels quite trainy, which is great. It feels like there's more than one, kind of almost harmonizing, which is great. But it feels, again, kind of like it's missing something. It's not as, I don't want to say high quality, but it's just, I don't know, it feels like it's just missing something. Okay, next up. Okay, this one here is maybe a little bit more trained than foghorn, but I'm still seeing a little bit of foghorn in there. That was Vancouver. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I believe that one was number 19. That was Winnipeg. So a bit conflicting here for me because I don't like the actual horn itself. But whenever that air siren came in, that tornado warning or whatever you want to call it, awesome. I'd absolutely love that. I think it's phenomenal. So kind of conflicting. Next up. Okay, so that was Colorado. More so on the foghorn side, but it was like deep. It was in your face. They stopped and started it again. So a few extra points for that one versus some of the ones we've heard earlier. Next up. I think there's two there. It sounds like there's two. There's some harmonization there, which is amazing. That's the thing I like the most. But it was almost on the side of like car horn, which was just annoying. So I appreciate the harmonizing, but I don't like the tone, if that makes sense. Okay, next up, and I have no idea what number on. I lost again. This one's New Jersey, just basically in the middle of the pack. Not great, not terrible. Next up. This is St. Louis. You can, when they stop it and start it again, you can almost detect the tone changes just a little bit because I think of the air pressure or whatever in the actual horn itself. I like that. It makes it seem not digital at all. Like I want to hear those changes in sound even at that level. So I like that one. That was Philadelphia, and I mean Philadelphia is kind of an in-your-face team. Maybe not so much anymore, but classic Philadelphia is, and I feel like that horn is too. It's just like boom. I like it. Next up. Definitely on the train side of things, that's Arizona. Pretty good. I like the variations of it being played or whatever at Ottawa. That was kind of car hornish, which I don't really like, but that did have some train in there, and I think there was more than one, possibly two. So I'm a big fan of using multiple ones at the same time. That was Pittsburgh. That felt like 100% train. I really liked it a lot. Pittsburgh has an awesome gold horn. Next. This one is mostly train, I think, with maybe a little bit of foghorn put in there, but it's the Rangers from MSG. It kind of even feels... It feels like it's missing something a little bit, but it's the Rangers. It's the Madison Square Garden. Like that's the oldest arena that's in the NHL right now. I think 1968, I think, was when it was completed or whatever, and they're still using it. That horn feels like it was put in there in 1968 or 67 or whatever it was. I like it. Next up. That is the Florida Panthers. Pretty good. Next. A little bit of harmonization in that one too. I like that one a lot. That's the Islanders. Now, I don't know if that's the Nassau Coliseum Islanders or the Barclays Arena or Center or whatever the hell it's called. I'm assuming it's the Nassau Coliseum, and they're going to get a new arena soon. So it'd be interesting to see what horn they use there. Okay, next. Yeah, that's Chicago. I really like Chicago's goal horn. They do a good job. That's quite train-like, or almost like transport truck or something. Okay, that's maybe on the car horn side of things, but that's LA, and there's more than one, and it's piercing. It's like it's totally in your face. Definitely not my favorite, but it's up there. I really like that one. Okay, next up. Maybe two or three. There's definitely multiple ones. I like the harmonization of that one and the tone. Okay, up next we're on the final four. Came off it and went right back on it. Kind of like the St. Louis one a little bit. I like the tone of that one better though. That was Buffalo. Okay, next up. At least two. That one's great. That was Dallas. And maybe they're not actually using more than one. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about goal horns or train horns or whatever equipment that they use. It sounds like there's multiple though, because there's some harmonization. So I'm hoping that's what's going on. But Dallas, legit. Number 2. More than one here as well, I think. Yeah, that was Nashville. Nashville has a great goal horn. I would love to see or listen to that goal horn in person in the Bridgestone Arena. That would be amazing. Okay, number 1. If you've been doing your process of elimination in your head, then you know what team this is. Let's take a listen, and I will say before I press play here, it is above and beyond everything else on this list. Not only is it first, it's first by a mile. I absolutely love it. Let's hear it. It sounds like there's about 10 or 15, not different, of the same 10 or 15 horns in there, just all going at the same time. That was Calgary. Absolutely smashed it out of the park. I love it. I'm going to listen to it again. It's just like, boom, just the harmonization and the tone is just perfect. Love it. I absolutely love it. There you have it. There's my official ranking of the NHL goal horns. Now, back in the early days of the original channel Post to Post, we did a video, Jason, Justin, and myself, on rating goal horns. We literally made that video as a joke because we were talking lots of hockey at the time. We were kind of ranking jerseys or logos and stuff. And we thought, what's a really stupid video we can do just as a joke? And it was rating goal horns. That video is one of the most viewed videos on the original channel, and that video specifically has led to a couple of Patreon members joining back in the day, and those Patreon members have become extremely good friends of mine and good friends with other people within our Patreon community, and have actually visited each other in person from all across the world. Someone from Finland came over to the United States, and someone from Sweden came over to the United States, and just some of them came to visit me last year. Like, because of that, it's kind of silly goal horn video, crazy stuff happened, and I don't regret making it. We got a lot of hate for it because we were just sitting there and doing a thumbs up or thumbs down on the goal horn. Anyways, yeah, it was a silly video, but I'm really glad I made it, and who knows what will come from this one. So thanks, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, it's a silly video. I'm not emotionally invested in really any of these goal horns. I'm not a horn fanatic. I'm into jerseys and logos. If you can't tell of the plethora of jerseys here behind me, I like jerseys more. So if you want to see some jersey content, if you want to see some hockey content, if you want to see maybe some future horn videos from other leagues, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button down below. I hope you're having an awesome day. Make sure you hit the like button down below too. That really helps me a lot. And I'll catch you in the next video. Adios.